Exploring the motif of water for St. Catharines artist Geoff Farnsworth was inspired as he began swimming laps as a form of exercise.
To swim properly and to try and be able to float, I would say before I couldn't float on my back or anything, but after a while you realize your body is more able to be in a streamlined position it's better to be staring straight down, like in front crawl. Some of the time you're just trying to get more of a meditative space, focusing on the technique, and I think just sort of seeing those kind of water shapes and the reflections and that sort of thing started getting me to think about some of the work also, and trying to work from some reference and kind of copying. It's also a nice kind of motif too, like instead of trying to get somebody's head right all the time or something, it's something that you can get really abstract with too, because my work kind of moves around between figuration and abstraction, and sort of water and flow was just kind of a really nice way to move back and forth that way.
For Geoff, it is important that the painting work well as collections of shape, color, texture, and energy, while also building a compelling image.
There's a lot of paint markers in most of them. So it's mostly oil paint, but a lot of the time when I'm gessoing the panels and using an acrylic-based gesso, I'll put a coat of that down, and then I'll often put another coat down but start tinting it. And so there's some neon colors of that, and I'll let poke through. A couple of them, there's even the wood, where I was gessoing it, I was letting a bit of it stay and then maintaining that through all of the layers, letting it remain, and paint markers too, and that sort of graffiti element. Some of this I was really wanting to get back to let the paintings go more towards some of the sketchbook work I do, which I go in and out. I've never really shown a lot of the drawings, but trying to let, there's a fluidity with the drawings and working with pencil and pens, and so I was trying to let that happen more and more. I've been trying to go that way with a lot of the paintings. So that was kind of exciting, and trying to get into kind of a quicker response system, like sitting and thinking, letting kind of messages come about what to do, and just trusting that more rather than thinking about it as much. Some of the time you can get in that headspace of trying to finish. There's a big difference between looking at something, trying to finish it, and looking at something and trying to just listen to it and trusting it. So, I think we always as artists go back and forth with those. I think there's always sort of an unconscious side of us working that's guiding us too, and we don't really know it from our rational side. So yeah, just trying to let that go and kind of work deeper. I like all that symbolism with the painting.
Water by Geoff Farnsworth will be on display at the 13th Street Gallery until April 30th. In Niagara, you are watching The Source.